People of the internet, things with Tom and Bert have gotten worse. They are on the path for peak destruction. And today we're looking at this week's podcast episode and doing a deep dive on it to show you how Tom and Bert's world is collapsing. And at the end of this video, if you make it this far, I'm going to show you a clip of Tom and Bert that you've never seen and what it's like to live in Tom and Bert's world and how close Tom and Bert actually are. So let's go.
I saw a girl holding a baby and I was like, wow, I've gotten old. She is way too young to have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And then she started breastfeeding. I was like, nah, she's not too old. And I watched her breastfeed.
Oh my God. I'm glad you only saved that for me. Nobody else will find out.
Sunglasses on. I was like, she's not too old. She's got to be at least 20, right?
Right.
25, 26.
How was that session? Was it cool?
It was weird. It was weird because everyone watched her breastfeed. Like when you breastfeed like that, everyone watched.
I think Bert might be mistaken because if like you can have your feelings, there's politics around women breastfeeding in public, whatever. But if it happens in front of you and you take the time to just sit there and watch, well, that is some perverted ass shit. And this guy is just being a creep. And you know what strikes me as really strange is he seems to have no, I don't know, feeling for his marriage. Because why would you come out? I mean, he's come out and said he wants to pimp chicks on OnlyFans. He's out here saying he watches women breastfeeding in public. Like, how much shame do you want to bring onto your wife? Well, shit, she's sleeping with the trainer, right? We learned that yesterday. She's got herself a trainer, just like Brendan Schaub's wife. Isn't that crazy? Dear God, if you ever see a picture with your wife with your trainer, just pack your bags, head on out. It's done. It's done. But the point is Bert Kreischer just keeps showing himself to be a giant pervert, which adds to further evidence that the Rogan sphere just has a thing for perversion. And I get guys talk and I get chasing ladies because you're young or just that's what guys do, right? But the level and the creepiness and the pervertedness and just the lack of shame on how they treat women is crazy. And saying that, tonight my video, Joey Diaz is a Monster, Part 1, comes out, and I'm starting a series into Joey Diaz to further document the Rogan sphere and their antics. Who knows? One day you might see the Rogan Sphere files. Anyways, continue on.
All right, so Bert Kreischer somehow manages to crank the dial a little further every episode, and it's not in a good way. Last time we checked in, he was floating the idea of becoming an OnlyFans manager after getting inspired by Jack Doherty. Yes, a 50-year-old husband and dad of two taking cues from Jack Doherty to start recruiting women for pay to post. That's where Bert's head is at now. And Tom, he's not exactly slamming the brakes. He's clearly counting the money angle and letting Bert run point, which is the last thing you want when the guy steering is already redlining. You can hear how revved up Bert is. This episode opens with him watching VR porn, then daydreaming about a sex robot modeled after a comedian he knows, then admitting he watched a woman breastfeed the other day like it was market research.
No, here's the thing about Tom, right? Tom has always been capitalizing off of Bert being an idiot. And like he suggested, that's what Tom is doing now. But here's the problem with this. The things he's doing, the things he's saying out about women, the way he's disrespecting his wife by not only talking this way about other women, but also putting it out the public for millions of people to access instantly, right? Billions, actually. And it's just not a good look at this stage. I get drunk. You know, you don't have to assume any kind of responsibility for him being an alcoholic, but now you're business partners, and it'll soon just become established because Bert can't stop himself. And soon it'll be your business partners with a fucking pervert. And if these are the things he's saying, what kind of things has he done? And then that falls on Tom because you're a host of this podcast and you're also a business partner with Bert on this podcast. So you have equal decisions. So at the end of the day, you allowed Bert to act like this and you allowed that to happen. So now the blame is going to fall on Tom. And I don't think the perverted shit like this is what you want falling on top of you. Do you see the danger of Tom? Tom needs to cut ties, sell his steak, kick out Bert, whatever he needs to do, because this train is going to be both of you on it. And when it crashes, you're both going to eat shit. I'm telling you, Tom, focus on your craft. And that's the That's your passion. You need to get away from Bert.
If you ask him, he'll say it's all for the bit or scouting talent. Because he also insists he watches adult content to generate material. Sure, man.
I'm going to put her to sleep.
Okay.
Dude, I'm ready for a fucking robot chick.
Yeah, they're available, man. You can afford it. You should do it.
Dude, you can design them. They're $3,000. Should we make one? Should we make one and fucking bring it? Let's make
it
two.
feels like... Oh, okay.
Would it be creepy if we made them and we made them look like people we know?
Yeah, that'd be super creepy.
And you're like, Sarah Tiana, come over to my house. I want you to meet my robot chick. And she's like, wow. And go, look, it's got a Southern accent and everything. She's like, that's...
I'm gonna help you guys out on this one. Why is this offensive, right? That he names, he said it was a comedian. I don't know who she is. Names another female comedian. Now you have on video Bert saying he wants to design a fuck doll after this lady and wants to fuck her, right? Is that not creepy? Or do we need to break it down more? It's just the casual nature. Like just saying, if he were just to say, I want to fuck this chick that he knows that he's in the profession with, that alone is creepy. If that was a regular job and you said that to your employees, like you'd be in HR and HR would just axe you because that's HR's job, just to get rid of any dead weight of a corporation or a business. And it's just, and he says this in front of his employees. It's just so insane. It's just so insane. Like if he wants to have these conversations with people, they should be him and Tom, you know, at a coffee shop or at his house or something. But you just out of respect for your wife, you should not be putting this shit on here. It's just absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
It's really cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
But wait, why is she pregnant? And I was like, I don't know. I liked her better when she was pregnant.
This is a really good idea for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is.
Shout out to Sarah T.
That is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Thrilled. Yeah.
And I saw a girl holding a baby and I watched her breastfeed.
Oh my God.
It ruined me, but half the time I look at porn, I'm looking for a joke. I'm looking for a joke about.
Oh, right.
Like I'm not looking for the real thing. And then if I see something that I don't recognize,
your dick happens to get hard, and you're like, I guess I should tug on it.
If I see something I don't recognize, where I'm like, wait, what's that?
What's that? Yeah, that's fun.
Fun. I was like, yeah.
Now imagine being his wife. This is the same guy who a couple of years back kept subbing to
there it is
on OnlyFans and tried to sell it as just being supportive, then acted shocked when his wife found it creepy. Fast forward to now, he's openly workshopping a plan to manage OnlyFans talent, and he's doing it on mic. There's no universe where that plays well at home, and it gets worse when you hear how he tested the waters by asking one of his employees how much they'd need to be paid to start an OnlyFans. He even admits everyone in the house freaked out after that, which should have been the moment to pump the brakes. Instead, he's doubling down, and Tom's still nodding along.
So are you an OnlyFans guy?
No.
Okay, guys, I have to admit to you, I figured it out now. I thought this whole time that Bert was disrespecting his wife. I have to tell you, I was wrong. Because the wife doesn't even notice. The wife doesn't even care. The wife has moved on from Bert. And the reason the wife does not care what Bert says is because she has that trainer guy dicking her down and blasting her guts out. And she's living on High Street. She's happy as can be. Just blissed out, you know? There ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind, right? That's the land she's living in. At first, I thought, well, if this was an ordinary relationship and they weren't sleeping on separate floors of their house and ignoring each other, I would think that the wife would get mad. But in fact, this just gives her more reason to go see her trainer, you know? It was silly of me to forget that. It was silly of me. The trainer solves everything. Holy shit, dude. God, what a low point when your wife's banging a trainer. Is that why Brendan Schaub's so like mopey and just like, it's like, you know, he's been working out, he's looking good, but he still looks lifeless. Like the air was sucked out of him. That's what a trainer will do to your marriage.
I was. And then I found out it was creepy to be
Why
an
is it-
OnlyFans guy.
Why?
Because I was doing it like I would sign up for people's OnlyFans. If I met them and like I have an OnlyFans, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll sign up for it. And then like get in the car. I got get in the car. It was the first one I did.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I met her. She's cool. Valerie's her name. And she's a cool person. And I was like, yeah, I'll sign up for OnlyFans. And then I got in the car with Leanne and she was like, she met her at the Greek. And I said, she goes, so what does she do? And I said, she got an OnlyFans. She make good money on her OnlyFans. And Leanne's like, what's that? I was like, here, I'll show you. Leanne's like, oh my God, you look at her naked? And I was like, that's what her OnlyFans is. And she was like, oh, you're buying her porn? And I went, no, it's OnlyFans. And she's like, Bert, you're buying, but she knows, does she know that you're looking at her naked? And I go, I think she does. She goes, and then you just hung out with her, but you look at her naked? And I go, I don't, she goes, you just talk to her husband. And I was like, well, is this wrong? And then I feel like weird.
Okay. I have to address some things here. First off, Bert makes a claim, porn, right? About porn. He says, oh yeah, I only look at it to find a joke. Say what now? Is that you know the porn, I'm too good for it. You know, when I need a bit or something, I go look it up, or if I want to see something funny, right? And now you have him meeting a girl in person, probably for an event or something, gets her only Lord Almighty. I don't even want to talk about it. This is just absolutely fucking bananas. Okay, you know, if you guys are out there in a relationship or if you're looking to get in one, don't do this. This is fucking stupid. Can you believe? And he showed his wife. He showed his people. I didn't know. I'm sorry if you've gotten to this point in the video and you're having to deal with this feeling in your chest. This is absolutely insane. You don't get married if you want to cheat, right? You do not get married if you want to cheat. You do not get into a relationship if you want to cheat. Now, if you've been in a marriage a long time, you do not show people, especially your wife, the OnlyFans video of the girl you're hanging out with. And I'm sure she was younger and selling what she's got going on. So now, on top of just being stupid, You've doubly made her insecure because now your wife is older. She's probably dealing with getting old. And you know how ladies get about getting old. They don't want you to mention their age. They don't want you to point out anything. You know, they don't want you even to say they're old. And now she's questioning, not only is she questioning Bert, this man just showed me a naked picture of a girl that we're hanging out with. Now, is that what he likes? That's what a girl's going to do. Is that what he likes? Am I too old? Are my boobs as good as hers? Am I skinny? Like, you just sent your wife into a whole complex, and then the trainer comes up, baby, there ain't nothing wrong with you. Come on, Leanne. Let daddy do his job. That's what led to the trainer, folks. Shit like this leads to the trainer life.
Weird that I'm on their OnlyFans.
Yeah, I think that was kind of like the point I was making, is that I feel weird after I know somebody.
So then you just gotta like stranger creep on people?
Yeah.
I'd rather do it with people I know.
Yeah, I think we're different there.
They've already started going through submissions on the show, framing it like a new business vertical. The first candidate, Bert, tried to compliment by saying she doesn't look like someone they found at a gas station. So that's the standard now. Then they got excited about another applicant who posted a photo doing things with a bottle that don't belong in a product demo. Bert immediately loses it, vows to find the video, and turns it into a scavenger hunt. If you're his wife listening to this at home, congratulations. Your husband just announced his dream client on air. But even that prospect already has a sizable following, which made Bert second guess whether she's too seasoned for their little operation. He keeps saying he'd rather develop new talent, which tracks because the original plan was to recruit someone not even in the industry yet, literally talk them into launching.
Do y'all see this? Damn. Porn sells, folks. That's crazy. That's $43 million. Dude, these people are getting rich. In a second, OnlyFans models are going to run the world. Holy shit. I didn't know they made that much. God damn. God damn. That's insane. $43 million. Yo. That's a lot of lonely men out there.
An account. Tom pushed back a bit on that, saying, maybe don't start by pitching employees or civilians, but the vibe hasn't changed. They're shopping for someone to manage and take a cut. And yes, they're accepting submissions from guys too. Bert perked up when a male applicant sent photos because apparently the casting call is now all of the above.
I have an existing OnlyFans that didn't make it due to lack of following. Wanted to keep my identity hidden at the time. I would love the opportunity to work with you guys. I'd be open to revamping my current OF or starting fresh. I do have some experience with modeling in my early 20s. I love your idea of doing something different rather than just filling all my holes. Laughing my ass off.
She's got fantasy quality, right?
Mhm. Yep.
She looks like nubile, right? Is that the right word?
I don't know.
Like, she doesn't look like we found her at a gas station.
No.
Yeah, she looks like she
cute,
reads.
she's thin.
She probably likes.
I don't get it, right? I don't get it when unattractive men always, they set these standards like Bert, you look like you came from a fucking gas station. You look like you belong in a Florida swamp, fucking wrestling gators and drinking, Keystone Light. The fucking trashy ass beer that only. Anyways, I won't go on that rant. Keystone Light. What are the other ones? Miller Lite. Oh. Old English 40s. Like, there's just that's desperation beer. That's like if you have an addiction or if you can't afford beer but you really want it, you buy those beers. They are actual piss water. Sorry, rant. Anyways, we're going back.
Lord of the Rings. Like, I think a lot of our fans are going to be like, oh yeah, I could get into a chick like this.
Yeah, she seems really, really pretty. Seems cool.
She's got
It's a great option.
The whole thing just feels grim. Bert's comedy career is clearly past the novelty phase. Podcast numbers aren't what they were, and the touring draw isn't infinite. There are only so many times people will pay to watch the shirt come off. So now the new bit is literally paying women to take their shirts off and calling it content. It's the oldest play on the internet, dressed up as entrepreneurship. And because Bert has zero filter left, this is only going to get louder and more chaotic, which is exactly why Tom might want to stop treating him like a one-man talent agency.
Yeah, that's a really good
If y'all share this video, I'll go to the Bert Kreischer comedy show. It's coming. It's coming either this month or next month. And I'll go. And I'll try and live stream it, which I don't think that'll work. Like live stream. No, I'll just make a video. I've been tempted to go see the Bert. I just got to see what he says. And I got to see what kind of people go to Bert. You know, I think that a lot of times, like, there are just some, in every genre of every kind of thing, there are just some really bad people that are not only bad at it, but they're bad for the genre. That's the Rogan sphere. And I want to see what kind of gnarly humans support the Rogan sphere, especially Bert. If you support Bert, I would expect nothing less that you've been in a car wreck and you've experienced major head trauma. Or I won't go there.
one. Let's see who else.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Wow. Way to bring it. Way to fucking bring it.
Some of them just get it, dude.
God, some of them just fucking get it. Yes.
So
yes.
if you're listening right now
Yes.
or watching, because we're probably not showing you this, this is a woman who is posing. You're seeing her from behind. One leg is up, and then she has a full bottle of Porosos in her no-no hole.
Okay.
Oh, she's all
Cool.
tatted like you like.
Yeah.
I'm Delilah. I'm a small-town Wisconsin MILF who's been spreading my wet flap on the internet for 5 years now. I'm most known for taking large in all cap.
Do you see when you're that kind of person, when you take things to another level with all this sexual stuff? I get it. People be free, but they're just, the problem, I guess the problem is these kind of guys. It's like, part of the thing about doing OnlyFans is you attract these kind of guys, and it's the same. If you're those kind of guys, you attract those kind of girls, and it's just not a good world. There's nothing. If you want to be kinky, if you want to have a fetish, do what you got to do. But the thing is, the difference between these guys and participating in your fetish in a healthy way, right? Is there's a healthy way to participate in it, and then there's just like a nasty, like, pick up a lot lizard, pay for. I gotta stop myself. YouTube's gonna get mad at me, and the internet's gonna get mad at me.
Capital letters, fantasy dildos, and of course my Porosos video. Oh, there's a video?
Hey guys,
She made a video?
is there a video?
Maybe she posted one somewhere. Yeah. That would be, a thing, I guess. So, but I think this woman actually, she has a website like this. She's the real deal.
She is the real deal. I'd love to see this video, but she is the real deal.
I'm sure the video, maybe on Twitter, X. Oh,
Now you see why Tom is hanging out. Tom has got a little bit of that in him too. He wants to see that. They both want to see the video. And I once again, I just have to say, they're at work and watching porn in front of their employees. I mean, what are we doing?
Fansley, pour Osos bottle and pee. It's one of her go-to
Oh,
videos.
let's click that.
Meanwhile, the audience isn't blind. Fans can hear the desperation in the pitch, and a lot of them clearly find the whole thing sad and a little gross. This isn't edgy. It's midlife crisis management packaged as a podcast segment. And every time Bert tries to justify it as research for jokes, it lands even weirder.
I'm just gonna flat out say it. Why does it look like Bert Kreischer has a female lower half? It looks like he's wearing a women's diaper. You wouldn't, literally, if you had Bert and a woman the same size stand side by side, you would not be able to tell Bert Kreischer is a man. I'm just saying, even with his face.
No one believes 3D headset porn and bottle videos are the path to killer material. As
All
for the
bush, no root.
house, yes, Bert actually calls it that. The label alone tells you how far this has drifted. Teen TikTok collectives use that phrase. A middle-aged comic using it to describe his home screams Arrested Development. It's like your dad telling you he's moving into a hype house and needs you to sign a release to eat cereal. The secondhand embarrassment is doing laps.
Be bringing a fucking pro onto the team when I think it's easier to break like a new talent.
Right. Someone you can manipulate more.
Not manipulate, but just help grow. Just help grow.
Yeah, help grow. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, this is someone that we would be like, she does guy and girl content. You'd be like, yo, we're going to do a fan contest, and the fan gets to have sex with her.
So yeah, this is where they've landed. Sorting through submissions on air, flirting with recruiting amateurs, hyping up explicit clips like they're discovering electricity and pretending it's all part of the comedy grind. Maybe it explodes, maybe it crawls along. Either way, it's rough to watch. Tell me what you think. Is this an actual plan or just the latest bad bit that went too far?
Yeah, even if it is a bit, I mean, a lot of their bits, they just shouldn't be bits. It's just like, it's that stupid humor. And a lot of what Bert says worries me because the whole thing Tom said about, easier for you to manipulate. And he's like, no, grow. What does that mean? There's going to be Kresicher files too here soon. But now we've reached the point for the special clip. People of the internet, it's time for our special clip. Here we have Tom and Bert in Hawaii. Now, I looked for information to see why they were there. Some people said it was a swingers retreat. Other people said it was a celebration vacation. I don't know. But the reason I'm showing this is because we underestimate these guys' relationships. We underestimate them. We think when one acts crazy, sure, it's going to be a breaking point for somebody in the Rogan sphere. But they go much deeper. And here they are at a hotel together. Let's go.
Tom, you have this hair all over. I didn't realize it was your hair. You didn't realize it was a full-time job.
Now, was this when he was dating Christina or married? Or
They were dating at the time. And And he was much bigger, obviously.
Do you guys just all hang out with like taking your shirts off all the time when you hang out with guys? You always have your shirt off.
I don't have a problem with that shit.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't have a problem with
I need somebody to do that to me, actually.
Yeah, I know. Me too. We should all have shaving parties
Soto
instead of
shaved my
Tupperware
back.
Who?
Really?
Freddie Soto.
Oh.
Yeah, in Hawaii.
My daughter. I'm shaving Tom's back in Hawaii.
This
We were
is
going
Hawaii.
surfing. He's like, bro, you can't go out like that. We got a Bic razor and shaved my back.
Now here's where I make the decision that Tom's got hair that connects his tits to his armpits.
I had that too.
And I seriously?
Yeah, well,
and
it's
I said,
not hair.
and I said to Tom, I go, let me just trim it out so it looks like more defined, like you have armpit hair.
It looks like you're at a truck driver convention, like a CB.
Look, this is me trimming the line out, and then what I did is I just really defined how fat his tit was. It was
Show the
so
extra
bad.
bounce.
It looked like his. Hey, Ari.
Hi, Ari.
Ari's
It's
back.
freezing out there.
So you shaved like
Yeah,
you
don't
pretty
play
much gave
Tom.
him a
You wanna
backwards
sit here?
bra.
Yeah,
Joe's
you can hear
gonna
me
sit.
laughing in the background.
You just keep the camera.
It's like the old lady who
I'm
came
laughing
in. Here,
so
take
hard.
our seat.
Oh, I got.
I've never laughed this hard in my
Let her
life.
sit. Oh, or I don't know.
Just watch. I've never laughed this hard in my life.
You just made it look bigger.
Sit in here.
I swear to God, I thought I was gonna have a stroke.
It looks good. The hair makes them look smaller.
I just never hang
So
out
bad. It looks
shirtless
so
with
bad.
other guys this long.
Yeah, me neither. Never.
I just would have had another shirt on. I just feel uncomfortable. But
It was
Yeah.
one of those
my own
situations where
personal-
when you thought of it, you start laughing harder. Like,
Do you see? They recognize somebody watching this on the podcast says, I don't hang around with guys shirtless that much. I mean, I don't know why. you would do it, but somehow they're all in a hotel. I know I said swinger vacation. I'm not trying to persuade you, but if I was, they got a big hotel room down on the beach, you know, a little bit of Sweet Caroline, and they're having a good time. I'm just saying. Hey, you're allowed to do that. That's what you're into. But it shows people that they like these kind of parties. It all comes back to the parties. I didn't forget. You know, we're establishing behavior. If you want to make a good case for something, you have to show establishing behaviors, right? You want to develop the case. And here we see Joey Diaz, Duncan Trussell, more of the Rogan sphere, attended sex parties. We documented, that's just documented. Now we're seeing them in a hotel shaving each other with a bunch of other people in their hotel room. Could be a little retreat. I don't know. Allegedly, just a theory.
Dude, have you always had this laugh?
I can't help it, yeah.
Does your parents have this laugh? Is this something
My dad does.
Really?
Yeah.
And is this
It's like you can't breathe.
Yeah.
It's a good laugh.
It's very
But it's
Muppet.
real.
It's very Muppet. You should be a
Real,
Muppet.
and then it gets people ready to laugh because there's a thing in your brain when you hear somebody laughing
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
your
It's like
brain
yawning.
wants to
It's like
laugh,
yawning.
just like if somebody was screaming.
It's like the same with like when you fart, you want to smell your own farts.
Yeah.
Well, that's not related, Brian.
Yeah, really.
That is not related.
But you listen to the conversation.
God damn it. You just wanted to sneak that in there.
So now you're just pooping in front of people. Now, Bert,
You
like,
taking a shit in front of him?
No. I'm sitting on the toilet because I'm about to pass out. But here's the thing: is that Tom is like the perfect victim in that, because he was not happy that we were at the beach for a week and I shaved his breasts to look fatter, like, and he was really upset. But it was so funny because I kept looking at it like that side's normal, and then I shaved the other side to look like a mask.
Huge.
Yeah.
It's like a bad.
He was not happy, and it was like the perfect situation where you need to laugh because you're like, oh, I fucked up someone's chest.
Just have him shave the whole thing. It'll be back in a week. He's a gorilla.
He's a big man. He's working.
I just wanted to show you that because these guys seem to have no boundaries. Now, if your friend is shaving your tit, it's a little weird. A little weird. Yeah, could just be me. A little weird. But also that shows that they don't have any boundaries. And they're just roaming around without clothes together, shaving each other. They don't have boundaries because those boundaries were broken long ago. Did Joe Rogan go to Epstein parties? It's the question I'm searching for. Let me know in the comments.